Here's a challenging question that only 33% of math graduates got correct. We're going to take the equation cosine of 97x minus x squared equals 0, where x is defined to be greater than 0. Your goal is to find out how many positive solutions this equation has. Pause this video to give it some thought, and when you're ready, join me for the solution. This is what the function actually looks like, but I think you did great. It would be pretty close to impossible to graph this by hand and then count up all the zeros. And no electronic assistance was allowed for this question. So rather than finding out how many zeros this crazy looking function has, we'll actually do a trick and set the two functions equal to each other. This way we can analyze each graph independently and find out how many intersection points they have. Let's first calculate the period of this cosine function. Recall the period of the cosine function is equal to 2 pi over b, where b is the x coefficient. So our period is 2 pi over 97. Now let's see what one period of cosine 97x looks like in relation to x squared. Here's one period or cycle of cosine 97x graphed in green, and I have x squared graphed in blue. Notice that for one full cycle of cosine 97x, there are exactly 2 intersection points. There they are. Also notice that we need only calculate the number of intersection points up to x equals 1, because after that, x squared would be greater than 1, but cosine 97x will always oscillate between 1 and negative 1. So the problem comes down to this: how many periods or cycles of cosine 97x can we fit between 0 and 1? That's easy. It would just be 1 divided by the period, or 1 over 2 pi over 97. That would be 97 over 2 pi, or about 15.4. That's the only hand calculation required in this problem. So we have a total of 15 whole number of periods plus an extra 0.4 of a period. Let's see what that looks like now. Here are all 15 periods, and since we know there were 2 intersection points per period, there are 30 intersection points in total. But wait, what about the 0.4 cycle left over? Well, that is accounted for by 1/4 cycle as shown in red. Since a quarter cycle is 0.25 times the period, we're actually going to get 1 more point in that leftover 0.4 cycle. So the answer is 31. Congratulations if you got this correct. That means you beat 2/3 of math majors who missed this question on the GRE subject test in mathematics. As always, thanks for watching and see you soon.